morning dear students and welcome back in our video lecture with the same topic acids, bases and salts. So in my previous video lecture we have studied about some properties of acids and some properties of bases. Also we have studied about what is indicator and what are the types of indicators. So there are two types of indicators, natural indicator and synthetic indicator. So what is mean by natural indicator? Yes, the indicators which we get from nature are called natural indicators, and the indicators which we synthesize in laboratory are called artificial indicators or synthetic indicators or man-made indicators. These are the three names for synthetic indicators. Okay. Then students, in your textbook a total 4 indicators are there. Out of these 4 indicators, 3 indicators are natural indicators. So tell me names of natural indicators that we have studied in my previous video lecture. Yes, turmeric, China rose and litmus. These are the examples of natural indicators, and they shows different colors in acidic and basic solutions. That colors also we have discussed in my previous video lecture. So today we are going to study about a synthetic indicator. But before starting synthetic indicator, I want to tell you some more properties and some more points related to acids and bases. Student, we have discussed about properties of acids and bases. So who will tell me what are the properties of acids? Yes, acids are sour to taste. Then acid consists of H plus ions, and this point today we are going to explain. So normally students, what is mean by acid? An acid is defined as a substance which on dissolution in water furnishes H plus ions as the only positively charged ions. Means what? When we just dissolve this acid in water, then that acid undergoes complete dissolution. That is called ionization. Then what is mean by ionization? The splitting up of substance into ions when dissolved in water is called ionization. What is mean by ionization? The splitting up of substance into ions when dissolved in water is called ionization. Students, when we are talking about any compound, that compound consists of two ions, positively charged ions and negatively charged ion. When we just dissolve that substance into water, then it gets separated into positively charged ion and negatively charged ion. Then that process is called ionization. When an acid is just completely dissociate in water, then that acid is called strong acid. What is the word I use? Strong acid. What is mean by strong acid? When an acid completely just dissociate, completely just it is converted into, or it is undergoes complete ionization in water, then it is called strong acid. If it is not completely dissociate or it completely not ionized in water, then it is called weak acid. When we are talking about bases, the bases which undergoes complete ionization when dissolved in water and form OH minus ions, they are called strong bases. And if they are not completely ionized in water, then they are called weak bases. So when we are talking about acids, there are two types of acids, strong acids and weak acids, and for bases, strong bases and weak bases. So as this word indicates strong, these acids are highly corrosive, highly concentrated. So student, you know about any examples of strong acid? Okay, in your laboratory mainly we use three acids, sulfuric acid, then hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, and these all acids are strong acids. What are the names of examples of strong acids? Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So what is formula for hydrochloric acid? It is HCl. What is formula for sulfuric acid? It is H2SO4. And what is formula for nitric acid? It is HNO3. All these three acids are strong acids. Means when HCl, it gets just dissolved in water, it forms H plus ions plus Cl minus ions, means it get divided into two different ions. So when we are talking about H2SO4, then it get dissociate into 2H plus ions plus SO4 2 minus ions. And when we are talking about HNO3, then it get dissociate into H plus ions and NO3 minus ions. So when we are talking about strong acids, what is the property of strong acid? Strong acid get completely ionized into water and form H plus ions. Then it is called strong acid. So what is mean by ionization? Ionization is nothing but splitting up of substance into its ions. So these are strong acids. Then what are the examples of weak acids? Acetic acid, formic acid, then tartaric acid. All these acids we have discussed. Then formic acid, acetic acid, tartaric acid, then malic acid, oxalic acid, butyric acid. All these are examples of weak acid. Okay, then when we are talking about strong bases, sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, and calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice, or potassium hydroxide, KOH. These are strong bases because KOH forms K plus OH minus ion. Okay, NaOH forms Na plus OH minus ion when dissolved in water. Student, these reactions are not important for your syllabus. Only remember there are two types of acids, strong acid and weak acid. There are two types of bases, strong bases and weak bases. Okay, only this much is important for you. So what are the examples of weak bases? Anyone from you? Tell me examples of weak bases. Okay, I will tell you. So when we are talking about weak bases, then so that or sodium soap solution is also weak base. Then sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, these are also bases. And when we are talking about weak bases, what is mean by weak bases? Anyone from you? Weak bases are the bases when we dissolve in water, they cannot completely dissociate in water. They are called weak bases. And what is strong bases? Strong bases are, they are just completely dissociate into water. These are strong bases. So aluminum hydroxide, then ammonium hydroxide, then ammonium, yes, NH4OH means ammonium hydroxide, then Al2OH thrice means aluminum hydroxide. These are examples of weak bases. So today we have discussed about strong acid, weak acid, strong base and weak base. Students, just remember what is two examples of each, means strong acids, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. Then weak acids, formic, malic acid, then tartaric acid. These are the examples of weak acid. Okay, and strong base, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and weak base, aluminum hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. Okay, this much is sufficient for you. Then now we are again going back to our point, synthetic indicator. So today we are going to study about synthetic indicator, phenolphthalein. So basically this phenolphthalein is colorless solution. When we just add 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator in acidic solution, then it remains colorless. And when we add 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator in basic solution, then it shows dark pink color. Got it, student? What is the color change in acidic and basic medium? Phenolphthalein shows colorless, it remains colorless in acidic solution, and it shows dark pink color in basic solution. So what do you think, student? What is the means? What do you think? Coffee is acidic or basic? When we are talking about coffee, coffee is brown in color and it is bitter in taste. Though its taste is bitter, it is acidic. Remember this thing. And what do you think? What about cold drinks? When we are talking about ENO or plain soda, then it is highly basic. But when we are talking about flavored soft drinks like Mirinda, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, these soft drinks are acidic. What I said? What about coffee? Though coffee is bitter in taste, it is acidic. because it shows acidic means color. When we just add phenolphthalein, it shows it remains colorless. Then there is no change in color, means it is acidic. And when we are talking about cold drinks, plain soda, Eno, these are basic in nature. But when we are taking examples of flavored soft drinks like Mirinda, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, then these are acidic. Okay, so don't get confused when question may be asked like this: what is the p what means state whether the coffee is acidic or basic. It is acidic. Soft drink, all flavored soft drinks like Mirinda, Fanta, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all these are acidic. But when we are talking about plain soda or Eno, then it is basic in nature. Okay, so today we have discussed about strong acid, weak acid, strong base, weak base, and about also we have discussed about synthetic indicator phenolphthalein. So in my next video lecture we will study how neutralization reaction takes place and what are the examples of neutralizations in our everyday life. Okay, I hope you got all points related to acids and bases. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.